How'd the name come about?
In looking for a name, it was a combination of things. I wanted it to represent something about what I do, but also just kind of have a couple of background meanings as well. So vultures, they're highly revered in many cultures throughout history. Mostly symbolic of circle of life, rebirth, regeneration, new beginnings. Also, they were used in Roman culture as a bird. If you saw one, it was said to have great meaning, right? So founding of Rome was based on the sighting of vultures. So there were the two brothers, Romulus and Remus. They couldn't decide where to build Rome. So they each looked at the spot where they were going, well, prospective spots to build Rome. Romulus saw 12 vultures, Remus only saw 6. So that's 12 vultures right there. And I like 3 syllables.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it worked.
I always tell people start small because they'll get their eye on, like an expensive, kind of pinnacle collection piece. It's like, slow down.
Yeah.
Start down here and build your way up. Because for me as a collector, once I have something that's call it higher end or tougher to find, I want to top that personally, which often means more expensive. So start small.
Oh, well.
And you'll spend less money.
There's grade A and grade B.
Yeah, so in the skull collecting world, there's A grade and B grade and then craft grade. Some people will have more grades in between, but on a basic level, call it A, B, and C. A grade is just a perfect skull. Every bit is there, nose bones intact, good antlers. That's how I sell A grades. B grade is going to be if there's discoloration, a small antler, broken nose, such like that. So we often help guide people because they ask the same question, like what?
Sure.
What's an A, what's a B?
And somebody who buys one of these is going to hang it on the wall?
For the most part.
Yeah.
A lot of artists will buy them. They'll paint.
How often does new stuff come in?
Depends. Like Monday, I have a crate coming in from Canada, and Tuesday, I have a crate coming in from California, large crate, large items, and a few other miscellaneous things. So
what's in there?
It ebbs and flows. So let's see. I have some huge giant clamshells on the way. They're farmed, which is kind of nice because you can't just pluck those out of the water. They're endangered. But those are just beautiful, polished, great. You can even make like a bathroom sink out of it or something, And then a lot of furs, some Arctic fox, some nice sheepskin, Rex rabbit furs, which are, I say they're more of a liquid than a solid because when you feel them, it's just so soft. I mean, you feel these rabbit furs and they're soft, but Rex is insane. Wolverine skulls, lynx, some Arctic wolf skulls. But yeah, a lot of regulation just getting those across the border. We've been working on that one for about 8 months or so now.
And who do you have to work with on that?
Mainly U.S. Fish and Wildlife. And then depending what it is, the USDA may get involved, CDC, Center for Disease Control, as well as sometimes FDA, depending. Like I'll get certain bones in or craft grade skulls and they'll treat it as like they want to make sure I'm not going to use it as a food source for animals and such like that. And that's more of a USDA thing, but yeah.
You got to know it all, don't you?
I mean, it's amazing the amount of laws. Like some of the people that work for these agencies have no idea because the book is this thick. They've never run into this before, or it depends who you talk to type of thing. But I've built some okay relationships with that, yeah.
One of a kind. So you said everything really is one of a kind.
In essence, I guess, yeah.
But as far as like, is there something in here that somebody who knows this world would be surprised that you have?
Sure. There's a couple things. Like we talked about, if we can go over here.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Go into the case here. So let's see. Here's a little tiger cub. This would have been a stillborn animal. I'm sure the mother was bred in captivity. This mount is from the 1940s.
1940s.
Yeah. And I'd say I've been at this for just collecting for my whole life, but on a large level, large circle of collectors and such, little over a decade. This is, I think, the third one I've seen in the U.S. Like as far as seen. There's collectors out there that I'm sure have them, but they're not necessarily telling the world about it.
Right.
Toucan skulls, a couple of my favorites. The beak to skull ratio is pretty insane there.
Wait,
this is a Toco toucan. This would be like your Fruit Loops toucan there. Toucan
That's the
Sam.
skull right there.
Yep, that's the skull, and that's the beak. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's keratin, so same thing that our fingernails are made up of. So I mean, if you feel how lightweight that is, if you want.
Yeah. Oh, it sure is.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And this keeps growing their whole lives?
I as they age, it eventually stops once they're mature. It's not like a sheep's or a goat's horn; those will continue to grow. But when they mature, I think that will stop growing there.
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't file or snip them off, do they?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I wouldn't want anybody doing that to me.
They keep it all.
Yeah. Oh, black drumfish. This is wild. Give a trigger warning for tryptophobia. Many